Now, you have called aggressively for the recent revelations to be aired out in the Senate trial, for the evidence that has been newly produced, for the witnesses who either newly seem relevant or who are volunteering now to testify to actually be heard as part of this trial. There's no indication that Senator Mitch McConnell wants to do any of that. Is it effectively settled now, the way the trial will convene and the way the trial will proceed, given that he says that he can run things however he wants based on the votes of only Republican senators?
Rachel, I do not think it's settled, and here's why. Mitch McConnell, Senator McConnell, clearly is trying to rig this trial, right? He's trying to exclude witnesses and exclude relevant documents. But even if Senator McConnell is to start this trial without a promise to call witnesses, we will have an opportunity to make motions to call witnesses and to request documents. And those motions will be subjected to votes. And so we will need 51 votes. Now, Senator McConnell may want to put his head in the sand. He may want to say he doesn't want to hear any evidence or see any evidence. But the question is whether all of those Republican senators are going to be complicit in trying to cover up the facts. And we need 4 Republican senators, hopefully more, who recognize that the American people want to see a fair trial, and that means a trial with witnesses and documents. So there will be votes. These Republican senators are not going to be able to escape accountability on the question of a fair trial.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.